always like standing in front of everybody rather than getting behind the podium and using the microphone. Yes, I'm Mark Reed, running against Brad Sherman for the third time. Remember, exactly. Remember, Ronald Reagan took 3 shots. Newt Gingrich took 3 shots to win the seat. I've been a lifelong Republican, a lifelong resident of the San Fernando Valley. I have owned my own businesses. I was in business management until I was 26 years old. Bought my first company at 26, started another retail store at 28 years old, sold both of those, bought another company at 32 years old. I've been the national rep for American Indians for the last 15 years, dealing with government-to-government relations. I've sat on national committees. I've formed new national committees as well. I know the process. And by no means am I a new generation Republican, a progressive Republican, or a liberal, socially liberal Republican. I am a solid conservative Republican. There is nothing liberal about me in any fashion whatsoever. I met my wife when I was 11 years old. I gave her a promise ring at 16 years old. I married her at 21 years old, had my first child at 22 years old. I have 3 adult children and 9 grandchildren. But based on my experience, okay, of compromise of a 37-year marriage, and also dealing with the film industry of very progressive liberal individuals and sitting on committees, it's not about compromising your own integrity and principles to deal with and work with the other side. It's not about morphing yourself into a progressive Republican, a liberal, socially liberal Republican, in order to get elected.
That's right.
It's about putting yourself in front of individuals and say, this is where I stand. Let's work together. Let's make the compromises necessary to bring something home. This is Seymour Amster, and I'm going to let him speak for a moment, because I've been working, and my campaign has not stopped in 5 years. And I've been working because you cannot win this district unless you get crossover vote. And I'm not going to morph myself into a Democrat, but I'm not going to kick a Democrat in the crosshairs. I'm going to be able to reach out to them, talk to them, find out what the common issues are that we need to deal with pertaining to the economy, pertaining to getting things done. In order to win this district, you have to have the Democrats voting for you, because it's a 47, 27, 21 split in the registered voters. Seymour?
Good evening.
He doesn't need a mic.
Believe me, I don't need a mic. I was very involved in Howard Berman's campaign. I don't know if I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I am registered as a Democrat, but I'm an American first. I have voted for Republicans many, many times. Okay, but guess what? I am tired of a do-nothing congressman in this district, and I am very, very afraid. If we don't do something, people, we are locked in economically, and we are done for the next 8 years, and we're going to see our valley go down. I am prepared, and I am supporting Mark Reed. Mark Reed, if you like it or not, did support Howard Berman, and people, remember, if you build it, they will come. I have had the appropriate conversations with the appropriate people. Right now, there are many Republican races that are occurring in the state, but I live in the San Fernando Valley, and so do you, and I see an opportunity. And I walked this area from one side or the other in the last congressional election. This is not a liberal district. Far from it. But if you got to unite, and you got to do the job. And all I got to say to you is this. It was the Berman-Waxman machine. Berman's no more. Waxman just retired. There's going to be a big fight over that hill, and a lot of money going into that. Then you're going to probably have another fight with the Dabodnik and Shelley. And you're going to have divided resources. And if you want, and if you unite, right here, you could take a congressional district. But you've got to do it now, because you won't be able to do it for the next 8 years, because the Democrats don't have a reason to support a Republican in the next 8 years like they do right now. Make your call, make your decision. I would like to see a two-party system again. I voted for Ronald Reagan. Okay? And I voted for other Republicans, because I don't look at the party.